Hi again. I am still going home from work and I have a second video about a list for the Danish Nationals. This one is from Simon Hornslet, and Simon is, I think you're also a newer player. Did you also join our group this year, I think? Maybe? I forget. Lots of names. Sorry. Simon is bringing a Soviet list. And it's a single platoon Soviet list. Regular platoon, no tanks, no... Well, he does bring a tank, but there's no, it's not a tank platoon. And he doesn't double up. He's just bringing, good squads, good choices all the way through. And I'll talk you through it. Oh, sorry if it'll be a little bit loud. I'm going under a railroad bridge here. So, he's bringing in inexperienced junior lieutenant with a submachine gun. That's pretty standard, isn't it? That's what I always bring, just to save the points. Unless you really know how to deal and use a decent lieutenant, then just buying the cheapest one. That's the way to go, I think. Then he has 2 guard squads of 8 men with rifles, 1 Panzerfaust in each, regulars. Again, good infantry, with a decent amount of shots coming out, a decent size as well, so that they're not that vulnerable to enemy fire. And the Panzerfaust will really help push away enemy tanks, so that they don't move up into point-blank range, where they're really difficult to fight off, right? So these squads will be his fire base, I'm guessing, along, of course, with the free, inexperienced rifle squad of 12 men. That is his fire base. That's his baseline infantry. They'll keep and take objectives and hold them. Right. Then he has mounted recon squads. And this is where I know that someone has been checking up on what's good and what's new. Mounted recon squads are really good. They're very, very interesting units because they can leave one of their members in their transport to operate pintle-mounted MMGs. Usually you use them with Bren carriers. Or, as is the case here, White Scout cars. So, I'll get back to those. He has 2 of those squads. I think they are both 1 flamethrower, 2 submachine guns, 3 rifles. Yes, they are. They're 6-man squads. So 2 6-man squads with flamethrower, submachine guns, rifles. One of the squads has a submachine gun less. That's a matter of points, I guess. An inexperienced commissar with a pistol. Pretty standard. It's a cheap order dice, and it really helps with keeping the troops and having them do what you're supposed to do, right? Also upgrading those greens sometimes. A medium mortar with a spotter, regular. We've seen that a lot in Denmark. It's a fan favorite. A sniper team, regular. And an inexperienced dog mine team with 3 rifles and dogs. This one is interesting because most wisdom says that you only buy 2 because then you're a small team. He has bought 3. This means that they're more survivable, but he has to hide them until he is ready to use his dogs. On the other hand, he because he buys 3 of them, he has more dogs to fire. So an interesting trade-off, right? I think I would have gone the other way and had smaller teams of dogs, maybe more of them. But I can't see a point of doing this. It does mean that your unit will survive more. It can go hunt other stuff when it's fired its dogs. Yeah, you can do that successfully. I think you can do that. Then an OT-26 light flamethrower tank. Oh, those flamethrower tanks, I hate them. They are beasts. They really are. 2 pintle-mounted MMGs on trucks. I think they are going to be for his guard squads so that he can move them. Again, making his army very, very mobile, very, very movable. You could also put the dogs into one of those trucks and then fling them up and then out. It gives the dog teams way more reach if you want to kill a certain tank. And then 2 Lend-Lease M3 White Scout cars. Those scout cars are beasts. They have a front pintle-mounted HMG, 2 pintle-mounted with right and rear arcs and left and rear arcs MMGs. So if you can position them so that both your sides and your front is facing something that you want to kill, you can really dish out damage because you can shoot in 3 different directions. That's really, really good. Really good. They are a bit expensive. They are 116 points, which is the same as some very cheap tanks, but they are very, very good. 7+ armor, and so they're really good. A gas jeep at the end, and that is it. Simon, thank you for the list. It's a really good one. I hope you enjoy playing it, and I hope you do well. Cheers.